Then intro.
Hey, it's the Sheplers. We're back. Good to see you. Happy Saturday and happy weekend. Happy Father's Day tomorrow.
Yes.
To all the fathers and grandfathers, fathers-in-law, all the fathers of every kind.
We do wish you all a happy Father's Day. We're just gonna go ahead and get jumped in. We're trying to shave off time on these, and so we're just gonna keep plugging along. If you hear some piano music, courtesy of our worship team out there. Other than that, we're gonna jump right in. Pretty excited to be launching this ministry series on When Helping Hurts. And I mentioned it a few times, and it's really based off of the framework of the book When Helping Hurts. But you'll find that the way that I'm digesting it for you guys in a blog is going to be much more personal. It's going to include a lot of my own journeys through missions and things I've seen in Papua New Guinea and Uganda and other places of the world that, we've caused more harm than good in some cases. So we really want to talk about how you engage in the process of poverty alleviation in a sustainable way that is owned by local people, where you're more of a facilitator. So this week is going to be really foundational. We're going to go way back to asking some why questions. And if you read the blog, which will be a link in the ministry section for this, you're going to see me posing the question, just like in any sort of permaculture design or any sort of background design, you first start with the why. So if you're starting a food forest, because I know some of you guys are, you're going to be asking the why question. Why do I want a food forest? Do I want to just have a beautiful backyard? Do I want to have fruits for my family? Do I want to share to the community? Or do I want to have supplemental income where I can sell things? The why is going to determine the what and the how you go about doing it. And so when we talk about poverty alleviation and When Helping Hurts, we're going to be asking a foundational question. So for believers, we're going to be asking, why did Jesus come to earth? Right? How did he define his ministry? And what did he do in his time for ministry? And how do we define it? What do we view our role is here on earth? Because defining the why we're here and the why Jesus, why he was here and how he deputized us as disciples, will really encompass a lot of the what and how we approach concepts like community engagement, poverty alleviation, and even why you do missions or why you have a full-time job. It answers pretty much everything. So you're going to see that blog. And if you want to see a video version of it, like if it's something you'd be interested in where you hear me talk about it, let us know. I'm happy to actually do a video format of it as well. But I don't want to waste my time or your time if no one's going to watch it. So that's the ministry section. Moving on to personal.
Yes, we are coming up on the end of the quarter here. So Greg's school is ending on the 29th.
Oh, but I'm already accepted as staff.
Yay!
Yay! The farm approved me. All right, I forgot that happened.
Ellis's school is ending the 24th.
Soon.
And my season of rest is coming to an end as well.
Yeah. We have a cheat sheet here, and she hasn't mentioned one of the ones that is there.
Go ahead.
You do it.
What? I'm blessed with a part-time job.
She got a part-time job on campus, which is pretty dope because
It's very rare.
it's rare. She's been looking for ways to serve the community here. We've talked about this before. We want to serve the local YWAM community as well as the local community outside this base. And the mailroom is actually a really fun place in general here. Mm-hmm. And Caroline, I think, probably would have just volunteered her time there regardless.
I would have.
But found out that it was a paid position. So we do have some supplementary income coming in. I don't want to sound like that missionary. We always need support. So support helps us to continue doing what we're doing. And allows us to go further than just kind of living here. We don't really want to be in this atmosphere forever. We would much rather be out in the community doing larger projects. But we can only do what our missionary budget affords us to do. So even though the job helps, it's actually more of a blessing to YWAM than it is to us. So anyway, that's awesome. It's actually really good news. And prayer needs, because we do have prayer needs.
We do.
We do.
So one of our prayer
You're, like,
needs is
glaring at that
I
cheat
know,
sheet.
sorry. One of our prayer needs is housing. So we are living on campus currently, and the way that they do housing here is by quarter. So we put in an application to be housed here for the next quarter.
You didn't explain all of it, though.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not sure if we're going to get to stay here next quarter or if we need to find another place to live. So we've been looking, but haven't secured anything yet.
Well, we'll say this. So summer is a really light quarter. Not much happens here in the summer. They run summer camps for the local community, which are going to be awesome to have a lot of local people here on the campus that we'll be working with directly. But the fall quarter is the biggest student intake for most YWAM bases. Caroline's DTS, when she was here, was almost 300 students. The Fire and Fragrance that's coming in this fall is already at 250, and they have 70 staff for that school. And then that's just one school, so there's going to be a lot of others. So they prioritize student housing versus staff housing or long-term staff housing. And so our first 3 months of staff housing is kind of higher in the priority, which happens to be the summer though. So we will lose our priority housing come fall. So really pray that either there's favor here on campus that would permit us to have housing here, or pray that a property, either an apartment or even a house that we can buy and rent out, you know, it has spare rooms. There's always people here looking for housing. It would be awesome for that. And if there's any, I'm just gonna throw it out there, if there's anyone who wants to partner in a rental property here in Hawaii, there are lots, and you're gonna have a stable income because there's always people who need housing right by this campus. So there's kind of the pitch for, you know, if you wanna do some business as mission and help a missionary out, let's talk. Anyway, so housing, the transition period is always kind of tough. Ellis is gonna lose some of his friends because they're gonna be going on outreach. Some are staying. It's going to be Ellis has all summer long to not be in school. We're having our nanny, Kaylee's come in, so we're getting housing for her and all sorts of stuff. That's kind of another transition. So we just want to make sure that we transition well and that there's not a lot of stress and change. And then funding. Then we could always just use more funding dollars to help us go further. And we'll explain more about some of the projects coming up. We're being asked, and we can share. The Panama stuff is we're actually being asked to consult on some of their projects. By expanding our timetable here in Kona, it's actually allowing us to view how we engage with other YWAM bases and other startup agro stuff differently. So we've already talked that there's a really high possibility that at least myself will be in Panama for a couple weeks, kind of doing a site design and stuff like that.
Did we actually tell them about how long we're planning to be in Kona at the moment?
We didn't.
That will make sense with this.
We do plan to be here for about another year is kind of the time frame right now. There's a lot of reasons why, but we're already at 8 minutes in this video. We're trying to keep it under 10. So feel free to email us. We'll expand on that. Maybe we'll write a personal. We'll figure it out. We'll get you the info, maybe even on our Facebook page. That's probably a good place to do a video where you can watch it if you want.
Yeah, cool.
That's it. Prayer needs. We have a fresh find. I don't know what my fresh find is going to be by the time you're seeing this. I'm just honest with you. So you'll probably find some sort of video or some sort of thing.
So enjoy it.
That's really all there is.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think that's
We're going to end under 10.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. We love you guys. We're praying for you.
Guys. Yes.
And anything else?
No.
That's it. Oh my gosh, we did it.
Bye.